Natural Law Theory by Komilla Chadha. St. Thomas Aquinas developed natural law theory from Aristotle and the Stoics in the 13th century. Natural law is an absolutist and deontological theory. To believe and use natural law theory, one has to believe in God, because natural law theory believes there is one natural law which has been issued by God. This means that what is wrong in one situation is wrong in every situation, and to determine what is right and wrong, we look at the action itself, not the consequences. There is emphasis on innate human reason to work out the way you should be living. Natural law is useful on issues where the Bible is silent, for example, IVF. In order to use natural law correctly, we need to identify what is known as the primary precepts. These are the bases of the theory. We need to first agree that these are the main functions of life. The primary precepts are the 5 purposes of human life. The 5 primary precepts are 1. Reproduction, 2. Life, to live, the supreme good, 3. Education, this makes people independent and fully adult, 4. Worshipping God, and 5. Law and order, this upholds justice. These precepts are immutable, they cannot be changed. From primary precepts, secondary precepts form. For example, if we examine the principle of life, if we examine the principle of life and it is there to ensure that all actions which are life-threatening are in the moral law as wrong, for example, murder, abortion, euthanasia, suicide, etc., are all wrong because they involve going against the precept of life. However, in reality, it is not as easy as one action is good and the other is evil. Some actions lead to both good and bad consequences, whichever way you try and deal with it. For example, a pregnant woman finds out she has cervical cancer. If the doctor performs a hysterectomy, the baby dies and the mother survives. On the other hand, if she gives birth, the mother and the baby are at risk of dying. So whatever action the doctor takes, there will be both good and bad consequences. This is called the principle of double effect. In these situations, 2 criteria need to be met to make it a permissible action. Firstly, the act itself must not be wrong, and secondly, the person doing the action must not directly intend the evil outcome. So the doctor would do the hysterectomy with good intentions of saving the mother. This justifies his action. Casuistry is what applies these primary precepts to individual circumstances. This makes natural law theory quite flexible. It ensures that a solution can be produced from any situation. However, many consider this to be a weakness of the theory. They use the term casuistry pejoratively. This is because on one hand it states it is an absolutist theory, and on the other hand it's allowing room for flexibility. Natural law allows us to know divine and moral law through reason and revelation. Following natural law helps us perfect our virtues, both natural and theological. Natural virtues include prudence, temperance, fortitude, and justice. Theological virtues include faith, hope, and charity. For example, the precept of life means that life is extremely important. Therefore, the natural virtue of fortitude is perfected because no matter what happens, one is encouraged to stand strong and take care of our life. And as mentioned before, suicide would be considered immoral. Natural law is based on 5 assumptions. 1. Everything in nature has a purpose. 2. Nature was created by God. 3. Failure to develop this nature to the fullest is an imperfection. 4. Nature and its moral laws are knowable through reason. And 5. Natural law is part of some divine plan. That is why for some people the theory fails. However, it has worked well and influenced the Roman Catholic denomination. For example, Roman Catholics believe abortion is wrong based on that it destroys the purpose of life, to live. As mentioned before, Aristotle's philosophy influenced the natural law theory quite a lot. Aristotle, in his theory of causality, distinguishes between the 4 causes, which helps explain something fully. 2 of the 4 causes, the efficient and the final cause, Aquinas used to formulate the natural law theory. The efficient cause is what gets things done, and the final cause is the end product. Hence, Aquinas concludes that with us, the accomplishment of the final cause, i.e., end product, that equates to good, we are doing the correct thing. If we can understand the final cause of a species, we can then work out the efficient cause, the necessary processes needed to get the final cause done. Natural law is part of the branch of normative ethics. This is different to descriptive ethics. Natural law is part of normative ethics because the impact of Aristotle's causes moves it from being a theory that deals with what people actually think is right and wrong, i.e., descriptive ethics, to what people should think is right and wrong, i.e., normative ethics. This is because the natural processes required to fulfill the final cause are what should be right, not necessarily what is right at any given time. Thank you for watching. I hope this has helped. Please visit my blog.